I didn't take my wife's side in her latest dispute with our daughter-in-law. My wife Sarah and I have been married for 32 years. Our son Alex married his college girlfriend Beth 3 years ago, and honestly, they seemed perfect together until the baby came. Beth's one of those people who's super particular about everything, the kind who reorganizes the dishwasher after you've already loaded it. But she's sweet, works as a pediatric nurse, and makes Alex happy. The problem started right after their daughter Emma was born 6 months ago. Sarah's the type of grandmother who wants to be involved in everything. She'd show up unannounced with bags of baby clothes, insist on holding Emma during every visit, and constantly give unsolicited advice about feeding schedules and sleep training. I could tell Beth was getting frustrated, but she was trying to be polite about it. Last Tuesday, everything exploded. Sarah had gone over to help with the baby while Beth was trying to get some sleep. When I got home from work, Sarah was fuming mad, pacing around the kitchen like an angry cat. She told me Beth had been incredibly rude and ungrateful, and had basically kicked her out of the house. According to Sarah, she was just trying to help by giving Emma a bottle since Beth looked exhausted. But Beth came downstairs and told her that Emma was exclusively breastfeeding and asked her to please not feed her without asking first. Sarah apparently said something like, "I raised 3 kids. I think I know what I'm doing," and Beth responded by asking her to leave. Sarah wanted me to call Alex immediately and demand an apology from Beth. She kept saying things like, "That girl has no respect for family," and "We're Emma's grandparents. We have rights too." She even threatened to not babysit anymore if Beth didn't apologize. But here's the thing. I've watched this whole situation unfold for months. I've seen how Beth's face changes when Sarah shows up uninvited. I've noticed how she quietly fixes things after Sarah helps. Last month, I watched Sarah completely take over bath time when Beth was clearly trying to establish her own routine with Emma. Beth didn't say anything, just stood there looking defeated. When Sarah finished her rant and looked at me expectantly, I took a deep breath and said, "Maybe you should have asked first before feeding Emma." The look on her face was like I'd slapped her. She started yelling about how I never supported her and how I was choosing that girl over my own wife. I tried to explain that Beth wasn't being unreasonable. She's a new mom trying to figure things out, and she has every right to set boundaries about her own baby. I pointed out that we wouldn't have appreciated it if my mother-in-law had done the same thing when Alex was little. Sarah just got angrier and said I was being ridiculous. The next day, Alex called me while Sarah was out grocery shopping. He sounded exhausted and said Beth had been crying on and off since the incident. He asked if I could talk to Sarah about giving them some space to figure out parenting on their own. He said they appreciated help, but they needed to be asked first, not just have decisions made for them. I told him I understood and that I'd try to smooth things over with Sarah, but when I brought it up with her that evening, she accused me of going behind her back and talking to Alex without telling her. She said I was undermining her relationship with her granddaughter and that I clearly didn't care about her feelings. It's been 5 days now, and Sarah's barely speaking to me.